Hi, my Aquas. Happy March. Happy full moon in Virgo as I'm recording this. Um, Incredible visions that I had for you. There's a combination of things happening as usual, right? I really felt you starting to understand the hero that you are, that you play on this planet, on this journey of life, and how the path to achieving and expanding and greatness is not an easy one, okay? But it is very, very guided, and it's very intentional, okay? And I felt you like, it was like after the storm. So it's like the big waves have passed already, and you were just kind of like how I saw you in February, where you were floating, right? You were allowing the water to take you. But this time there were no glaciers melting. It's like you had gone through that already. You've softened, but you were kind of like raking your fingers along the water, okay? And it's like you were just feeling simply, and you were more in your emotions that you normally are, but in a good way. And it was like that feeling of the calm after the storm, okay? But there was also like a disconnect for you of like, why does it have to be this way, right? And then there's a side of you that's like, right, because I'm on a path to greatness. And then there's still this thing of like, but why does it have to be so hard? And why am I always the one having to jump through hoops, right? And I got this image of you, and this has to do with like more Hindu ideology and mythologies and things like that. I saw you as Arjun, this really glorious prince who, he was like a warrior. He had the energy of like the chariot card, right? It's like he was headed to victory, and who was driving that chariot was his teacher, his master, Krishna. And Arjun had the privilege to learn from Krishna, and to become sort of the great student that he was, the great student of life, the best warrior on the front lines, because he had that sort of direct wisdom, right, from his teacher. And the energy of that was more like your life's experiences have been that for you, right? Like your direct teacher. And it's been about you like accumulating these knowings and these understandings. And so Spirit wants you to not get bitter and to not feel resentful about you being on this mission, right? It's about like understanding that it's taking you exactly where you want. And so just be humble about it and be in gratitude, even when things feel really sticky and really difficult and really uncomfortable. It's like, understand that that's a part of what's coming. There are a lot of blessings coming for you. Spirit and your tribe want to honor you for what you've been through, and for being the leader of those who are around you, those who watch you, those who get to work with you, people who are your friends, people you've been there for. It's like watching you expand and evolve helps them to do that. It helps them feel like they can do it as well. And so everything that you go through, it's like you're rewarded. I saw the scales, I saw this balance, this like karmic justice. It's like everything you go through, it's like you break through to the other side, and you find what it is that you've been looking for and even more. And there's like a lot of surprises coming. You give others like permission to also go after what they want, to follow their dreams. And it's because you stay true to who you are, and you bring integrity in what you do. And that will lead you, that will take you to actually very great heights. But just like, don't compromise the integrity of your vision, okay? Even if it's difficult, if it gets difficult, if there's challenges. Yeah. And the thing with integrity is, like, if you stay integral and whole in what you do, it's like that's what allows you to receive the gifts and the surprises and all the beautiful things that are coming, that you're going to be honored with. Okay, so don't deviate from that high integrity that you have. I felt you still like in this uncertainty, questioning, like, again, like, sort of, why me, and like, why this path. And I saw you like suddenly gaining these scales like a fish, and which was really, really beautiful, because the energy that I got from that was like you learning to breathe in a different way. Okay, not through your nose, but like through your skin, and you being able to breathe underwater. It's like I saw you actually becoming a mermaid. Okay, and it's so beautiful, this like water symbology with you, because the water, like the emotional aspect, is transforming you. You're still kind of dealing with some negative thought patterns, but you're more aware. There's a self-awareness now of like how you talk to yourself, and the things that you spend time thinking about. Like, it's all kind of come into perspective for you, and you feel lighter, and you're on this path to getting even lighter, okay, because of that sort of self-awareness. But it's like this emotional aspect is transforming you in this very, very beautiful way. And this transformation that's happening like through water is about you being able to live a fully expressed life, a fully expressed version of you that can take down, rebuild, restructure, create again. Like it's about you being in this playground of your life. Okay, that's why this is happening. And so that others can also know that they have the power to do the same. Okay, very, very beautiful. Keep in mind though, this March, this season, this full moon, and then later on the new moon in Aries, like this time it's very important for you to purify your energy. I saw like white light, so do white light meditations, like envision yourself surrounded by white light, and do things to really clear out and purify. And I think I can't remember if this was in your last reading as well, but it's also like about your health, okay? Like detoxing and doing to your body, treating your body in a sacred way, and treating it as your temple, your vehicle, and just being mindful of that. Okay, so that health things do not get in your way, and so that you allow this receiving of these gifts, of these surprises that are coming. It's all like linked, okay? The physical, the metaphysical, it's all connected, okay, my beautiful Aquas. Yeah. Oh, okay, so one thing I did want to say, just checking my notes here about my visions, you're like in this sort of like post shadow phase. So this time has been about you kind of looking in the mirror intensively and seeing like those parts of you that you didn't want to see, right? It was like uncomfortable, and then you saw it, and then you've started to transmute those things, right? And to make different choices and to break certain habits, and you're just like in this beautiful process. And I think for a lot of you, you're in the post aspect of this. It's like you already went through it, and there's a little bit of like heaviness from what you've gone through. The learning is still beautiful, and so now it's like about releasing that. Okay, it's like you did the work, and now it's like Spirit wants you to really purify. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the tarot. Okay. Spirit, what does Aqua need to know for the month of March? What is their soul going through? What's in their environment? What are the big shifts this month, if any? I heard injustice will come to a conclusion. So if some of you have been through something that wasn't fair, or that put you out on a limb or out in the cold in some way, it's like you're going to get justified. You're going to get your something, maybe this surprise, this opportunity that's coming, or this door that's opening is going to reward you for something that was done to you, okay? The Empress. It's beautiful energy. The Hierophant. And Temperance. Yeah. I saw you balancing the scales, like something is going to be made right, and you have really been on this path to becoming more creative and sort of embodying and coming into alignment with the creations that you want to bring forth, that you want to manifest, okay? For a lot of you, this balancing has been about facing like outdated belief systems and like maybe like more institutional approaches that you've taken, right? Like taking the right steps as opposed to expressing from a place of freedom, of confidence, of valuing yourself, of self-awareness. Okay, so that's been a real theme for you. But with the Empress coming out first, like you are completely like coming out of your shell, and you're understanding like your power and the patience and sort of what's coming, and that there's like a lot of creative energy that's with you at this time. And it's like getting you excited, and you might have like a lot of ideas on the table. Yeah. I love to pull like runes and Viking cards with you guys. So I'm going to do that actually to go a little bit deeper. Okay. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Okay. You got this beautiful Kanaz staff here that's lit on fire. This is absolutely about facing your shadow and sort of lighting that fire to be able to see what's in the dark. And then this also becoming your staff, like the honoring of the wisdom that you've gained by doing this work, and then you lighting the path for others, okay? The Hierophant. This is you becoming the sage, becoming the teacher, right? We've talked about this before. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. I love it. I can't believe it. Okay, so you're absolutely standing in your feminine power, right? You're sitting on your throne, and you know what's coming for you. You see it, and in the present position, you got this card which signifies absolute success and victory and happiness and being rewarded. And this card, I remember, was in the overall energy of your past readings, but it wasn't yet like, you hadn't gotten there yet, but it was coming, right? And so I love that this came out for you in the present, okay? What a validation of the path that you've walked. Yeah. And so in the past, you know, you had to go through these changes through, you know, like burning aspects of you in the fire, shedding aspects of yourself that you didn't actually even know that you needed to. So it came as like a big shock, this whole experience. Yeah. And so, okay. And so where this is leaving you in March, Okay, you have like this beautiful sun present energy of like happiness, of creative energy, of victory. Look, I saw you as the warrior, right? And that's why this is like the chariot card, but for the runes. And I had that vision of you like Arjun, right? Arjun and Krishna. And then in the near future position, you have a little bit of like longing and nostalgia for family, okay? This is usually the family card of like happiness and community and sharing and emotional fulfillment. But in the reverse, it's like some of you know that you've had to sacrifice that to get to this point. And so you're starting to long for maybe rebuilding family, maybe being in partnership, maybe like having children, or like reestablishing the connection of all of those people in your life. Like that aspect is coming. But you are coming out like completely upright with, yeah, the Empress, the Hierophant. I feel like this is about your duality as well, like this balancing and this like looking in the shadows. Yeah, and I'm seeing two again. It's like these are aspects of you, okay? Like you can see that. These are aspects of you. Like this is the creatrix who, you know, has like these ideas and like wants to create fun, exciting projects and experiences. And then the Hierophant, right? The Pope, like this is you like having learned so much on your path and being able to teach this. And this is like your much more spiritual side and your logical side that kind of incorporates this creative energy into playing by certain rules to kind of get and establish and create what you want on this planet, right? Because it's a balance of both. So beautiful, so much yellow, so much sun energy. I love it. This is you really like coming to terms and coming to peace with who you actually are and why you're here, okay? This is about purpose as well. Okay. Just do a quick shuffle. Spirit, give me the current position for my aquas for March and what's crossing them. Okay, so I see like some, yeah, I see some financial issues. A little bit feeling like lack of resources or lack of opportunities and like trying to put yourself out there. You've got the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups reversed in your overall position. You got the Nine of Cups crossing you reversed. So it's like you're not feeling the independence, right? Financially or structurally or materially, or like about your home and, you know, your bank accounts, and maybe there's not a lot of money coming in, and that's kind of making you feel you're worried. You're trying to make connections and trying to collaborate and reach out to people who you know to try to kind of fix the situation. But with the Nine of Cups reversed, it's like it's bringing you down. And so just keep in mind that there are opportunities for you. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Cups reversed as well. So like this is you feeling like you don't have a lot of options, or you have too many options and you can't decide, okay? Spirit, what does my aqua want for March? Yeah, Five of Pentacles reversed. You want to get out of this feeling of like financial ruin or scarcity or like not enough resources, or feeling like, yeah, this is you being out in the cold and wanting to break free from that from once and for all, okay? Spirit, this is affecting you in your solar plexus, okay? There's so much yellow here on the table. And with the Empress energy out and the Sun card, it's like you know your worth, but then with these financial things that happen, you start to get down on yourself. So just remember who you are, okay? Yeah, so in the obstacle position, you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it feels like things aren't moving forward in terms of like job, security, income, resources, connections, opportunities. Like maybe if you're a freelancer, you're not, this is like a dry time, right? It's like, but with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, keep in mind that I had that vision of you, like, of things coming full circle. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it was like about you getting what's rightfully yours, okay? So just hang in there. Yeah. Okay, so in the Strength position, you have the Queen of Cups reversed. So I'm going to turn that around for you. But in the Strength position, this is you like understanding that even though this is hard and it's hard to not have like what you normally count on or like to feel safe and comfortable financially, it's like that you're on a mission to live a different kind of life, to create like an emotionally fulfilling life, and that takes certain sacrifices, right? But things are going to pick up. Yeah, in the environment, you have the Six of Swords. Okay, so this is actually the vision I had of you, right? This is you being in your, like, after this phase of like the stormy time. This is like you moving forward into calmer waters. This is you like choosing to, I want to say choosing to, it's like coming into completion of everything you've had to persevere through and just kind of like coasting through at this time, right? Yeah. This is also you doing this shadow work, okay? This is you letting go of the things that make you feel small. And I think that's why there's like a solar plexus theme happening here. Yeah. And also like making peace with Eight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this is why I felt you like, there was like a double energy happening, the duality, right? It's like I felt you on one hand like completely clear of like why you're on this path and like sort of why everything happened and like moving forward, but then also kind of like in that residue of everything that happened. It's like of working really hard and things not coming into fruition in the past, or like things ending abruptly, or like you not being acknowledged when you needed to be, you not being appreciated in your environment, like all these things. Like even though you've gone through them already, it's like the residue of that, which is why the white light and the purification came through. Okay. Spirit, what does Aqua need to do? Yeah. You need to be in your celebration, okay, of every day, of living, of who you are, surrounding yourself with people. You need to have fun. You need to like let loose, keep it light, don't take it so seriously. These like financial things, they're like cycles, right? You go ups and downs, even millionaires and people with like incredibly successful businesses, like everyone goes through ups and downs. So try to like keep that, energy of like celebration and like being in the spirit of success, because that's going to help you push through this stagnation. Okay, you're a little bit stagnant in that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to go down and get that. I'm not sure that I see it. Oh, okay. Time out. Okay. Whew. All right. Glad I went down to get that, because this is action. Okay. This is you moving forward from this energy and going for this big idea that you've had and just moving forward with it. And like, don't worry about the money right now. Don't worry about the circumstances or like when the challenges come in. Just keep persevering through. Taking action is what's needed right now for you to move from this stagnation, for you to be able to leave all these thoughts behind, to be able to come out of this like feeling out in the cold, because this is an auspicious, opportune time for you to create what you want to create. Okay, you have a go and you have a yes, you have keep moving forward, and actually like it's even encouraging you to move forward fast. Yep. 6 of Pentacles and the outcome. Okay, so you're going to come out of this, you know, 5 of Pentacles energy. Absolutely, you're going to get that at the end of the month, and it's going to come through this opportunity that Spirit wants to give you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I just pulled, the Devil reversed underneath. So this, okay. And then you got the Knight of Swords clarifying the Wheel of Fortune in the obstacle position. So, you know, it's like you've charged ahead in the past and you've been coming from like overcoming obstacles constantly and like having to persevere even through you like not feeling well, not feeling mentally well, not feeling stable, fulfilled, emotional. And so like this time it's about healing that, and that's what you've been doing, and sort of waiting for the justice, the divine justice, for your ships to come in. Okay, that's kind of like what's been the obstacle in you getting out of this cycle of like these financial issues and you know, not feeling like you're independent, or not feeling like, you know, your enlightened typical self, right? But you're moving away from this, absolutely, and you're leaving behind this feeling of like not being acknowledged, to pursue the things that you want to pursue because they fulfill you, not because anyone's going to validate them for you. Okay, and you're going to clear the stagnation by just moving forward into whatever it is that brings you passion for existence, passion for being alive, passion for being who you are and expressing that no matter how it's received. And when you do that, you start to build the financial independence that you want. Okay. Spirit, clarify the card in the environment, please. Okay. So for some of you, this has come as like the end of a connection. Could be romantic, could be career, could be a job, could be anything in your environment that like some type of relationship or connection that's come to a close, and you're moving away from that. Okay, Spirit, give me a clarifier for the 6 of Pentacles and the outcome. Yes, I love it. 2 6s. Okay, this is you, my Aqua. 6 of Wands. This is you being your fully expressed self. This is you going after the this is, here, let me show you. This is you like charging ahead with, look at those colors, with everything that you want to create. This is you creating the platform that you want. This is you taking the microphone. This is you speaking out. This is you like being that leader, right? That expansive like person that's like living in alignment, and that makes people feel like they can do the same. Okay, the end of March is looking so beautiful for you, my Aquas. So if you're not already feeling it, hang in there. But I think that you are. I think you're tapped into this knowing and this creativity, even though like maybe financially it's been a little bit difficult. Okay, and for some of you there's been this ending of a connection, but it's all good, and it's all headed in the right direction. For the full moon in Virgo, I do want to pull a couple of Moonology cards for you before wrapping up. Absolutely. You got, it's time to take action. Okay, this is literally what the tarot has said to us. This is what Spirit's been wanting you to know. New moon in Aries. Okay, this is coming up towards the end of March, like 20th or 21st. Okay, so that's going to be the time for you to move forward quickly into what it is that you're doing. Okay, prosperity lies ahead. Yep, Taurus energy. That's why you got the Empress. Beautiful. I have one more for my Aqua Spirit. Oh, you got two more. Okay. Yes, beautiful. So in terms of this dynamic that you ended, or that has ended out of your control, whatever it is, like the Six of Swords energy of you moving away from it, you got this message that nothing's going to come out of it. So I would not revisit that. Okay. I would leave it in the past, and I would just move forward. Okay. Because if you move back, then you could get sort of caught up in more healing that you need to do. Okay. Then it's necessary. And then you and your loved ones are safe. For those of you that are worried about finances, you are going to get, you are going to receive rewards and blessings. Okay, so do not fear. I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.